I just can't seem to keep my back end working. There always seems to be a problem here or there, and that seems like a setback. How can I run the back end if it's not set up perfectly? Do I need to stop and clean it up first before moving on?
In life, you cannot do everything perfectly. It's just not possible. And, there's a rule, which when I learned was really earth-shattering to me. It's called the 80-20 rule. And what it means is that 80% of your work has to be okay. There's only 20% of your work that really has to be perfect. And when you realize that, then you can decide which are your top priorities and which are the things that need to be at 100%. For example, your bookkeeping, you would want at 100%. If your customer relationship management is, not running as well, that may be okay depending on your business. So it really depends on what your business is, but everybody, these people are not alone. Everybody has a messy back end somewhere. So there is absolutely nobody who's running it perfectly. So when someone says everything is running perfectly, I know there's something wrong somewhere that they're just not seeing.
Yeah, maybe they're not seeing it and maybe they need to look a little deeper. What do you think, Michael? I think it happens to every business at some point. I mean, and we see it on the news, even the big businesses coming out with their problems.
Well,
Sure.
If you don't, I think it was, what is her name? Spanx founder, Sarah Blakely. That's it. She said if she doesn't have a problem within her business, she calls an immediate meeting for everybody. Every 30 days, there better be something going on inside of her company, or they're not pushing it hard enough. So problems are good. I just think it's when they're too frequent. So, I'm a big believer in imperfect action beats perfect inaction. So you just got to move forward. It builds on, you get momentum going. Number two, you got to make sure as an entrepreneur, kill the naysayers in your life, get them out of there. Because if you're around a whole bunch of other entrepreneurs that are complaining about, the crap that happens in business, you're just it's going to spiral. You'll gain momentum either way. You're either going to gain positive momentum in your business or you're going to gain negative momentum. Our worst enemy, the worst naysayer out there, tends to be the one that we look at every morning in the mirror. So make sure that you're doing whatever you can to pump yourself up and keep motivated. And then lastly, what I would say is learn the Eisenhower Matrix and study it inside and out. Eisenhower Matrix, it's basically a grid, and across the top you have two different things. One is urgent, and the other is non-urgent. And then going down to the left-hand side, you've got important and non-important.
Right.
As an entrepreneur, when you have something happen, those oh-uh-ohs moments, you have those urgent and those important. You got to put out the fires. They happen especially.